Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Jai Guru. Jai Guru. Jai Guru. Shuddho Buddho Vimuktaha Shruti Shikhara Giram Mukhyatat Paryabhumihi Yasmad Jatam Samastam Jagadidam Amrtat Vyapya Sarvam Stito Yaha Yasyam Sham Shavataraihi Suranara Vanajaihi Rikshitam Sarvametad Tam Bhoomanam Mukundam Hridigatam Amalam Krishnameva Prapadye Tam Bhoomanam Mukundam Hridigatam Amalam Krishnameva Prapadye Madhya Hridaya Kashe Sadanandamayo Guru Udetu Satatam Samyak Swatmananda Prabodhaka. Hari, Hari, Hari Om Tat Sat. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru. As usual, we shall have 3 times recitation jointly of the auspicious monosyllable Omkara. While reciting, I would like every one of you to have a specific thought that our joint recitation should permeate the whole of the earth, showering its benedictions on all the living beings on our planet. Close your eyes, interlock your fingers and put them on your lap. Sit comfortably erect. Open the mouth and heart and join me. By now all of you are used to. I hope you will be missing chanting if there is any delay or otherwise. Very well done. Very well done. You have almost achieved half your goal. Karpanya dosho bhagata swabhavaha.
Karpanya dosho bhagata swabhavaha.
Pruchhami tvam.
Pruchhami tvam.
Dharma sammudha cheda.
Dharma sammudha chetaha.
Yachreyasya.
Yachreyasya.
Nishchitam bruhitanme.
Nishchitam bruhitanme.
Shishyasteham.
Shishyasteham.
Shadhimam.
Shadhimam.
Tvam prapannam.
Tvam prapannam.
Shishyasteham.
Shishyasteham.
Shadhimam.
Shadhimam.
Tvam prapannam.
त्वां प्रपन्नम्.
See, our subject is experiential Bhagavad Gita. Many of you must have wondered as to why we described Bhagavad Gita as experiential. Our talks also are very experiential. And we specialize in this. It is not that we specialize, it is something very, very natural and harmonious for us. We are not explaining the so-called theory of Bhagavad Gita. Every word of it is actually denoting the experiential part. A word can have an idea. An idea constitutes knowledge. But the same idea and word put together can also instill, generate, promote, deepen, strengthen an experience. So our explanation of Bhagavad Gita is with a view to generate correspondingly an experiential impact of what we say. Don't you think this is what happened in the battlefield of Kurukshetra? Arjuna experientially crumbled. His body began to tremble. His famous bow Gandiva slipped from his fist. His mind started whirling like a whirlwind. Intelligence started arguing, saying that this war is colossally sinful. If you fight it, everybody will be in hell irretrievably. This was the type of feeling that he had, as a result of which he had nothing in his personality left to gain any kind of a refuge from. So he totally crumbled, left his bow and arrow, and sat on the chariot. A fighter will never do it. The charioteer is the master of the chariot. But the charioteer has got a great role. Whenever the master of the chariot enters into any kind of a depression, doubt or otherwise, it is the mastery of the charioteer that retrieves the master of the chariot. Here Krishna was the charioteer. Similarly, great warriors have been charioting the horses of some important fighters. When Arjuna and Duryodhana, both of them went to Dwaraka, seeking Krishna's favor for the impending battle. If I start narrating the whole story, it will take time, so I will simplify it. Krishna divided his resources into two. On the one side, he put all the Narayani Sena of his, and the other he said, I stand alone. I will not fight, I will not take any weapons, I will not participate in the war directly, I shall alone be. Then Arjuna chose Krishna, not the Narayani Sena, and Duryodhana was very happy. This fool has done the job for me. Later on, Krishna asked him, Arjuna, why did you choose me in preference to Narayani Sena? Do you know, Krishna, what? I had a long cherished desire that I should fight a very important battle keeping you as the charioteer. That is why I chose you. Krishna smiled again. And remaining in the position of a charioteer, see what he does and what he did. Today is the last day. We are going to conclude the whole 5-day session. So I want to take you through the whole of Bhagavad Gita. Shall I? Swamiji is discussing the Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga of Bhagavad Gita. I always say this Gunatraya philosophy is very special and characteristic of Sri Krishna and Bhagavad Gita. Very unique. Everybody will say it is Karma Yoga, but I don't agree. I feel it is that Prakriti philosophy here he has put. What is this Prakriti? It is an aggregate of three gunas, three qualities, sattva, rajas and tamas. And through three gunas, Prakriti is operating everything in this creation. In every individual life form, all the three gunas are operating. Every day, if you closely observe, you will have the sattvic spell, the rajasic spell, and the tamasic spell. Every individual has it. Maybe within an hour, you can have a sattvic, rajasic, and tamasic spell. So in the third chapter, he started mentioning about it. Nahi kaschikshanamapi jatu tishtatya karma kridu karyade hyavashak karma sarva prakritijair gunaihi. Nahi kaschikshanamapi jatu tishtatya karma kridu. Every one of you may read Bhagavad Gita, but you will never delve into it. That is your problem. Nahi kaschikshanamapi. No extra words are used here. Every word has its appropriate place, purpose, importance, relevance, contribution, and sublimation, enrichment to give you. Nahi kaschikshanamapi. Even for a second, jatu tishtatya karma kridu. Nobody remains inactive. Even for a second, there is nothing stationary in the whole creation. Everything is moving and vibrant. There is a micro movement and there is also a macro movement. Everything is vibrant. Stationary. No, not stationary. So even for a second, no jantu or jivi, no creature can remain quiet. We are all having our food, through that our nourishment. This nourishment only is to the body. And when nourishment is provided, energy is built. And this energy has to be spent, employed and utilized. And the whole of waking hours serves the purpose of employing the energy built and gained during the preceding sleep. And the body requires half the wakeful hours for building up energy. So 8 hours we sleep, 16 hours we are supposed to be wakeful. But our Maharajas used to be wakeful only for 4 hours, they say. They did not have time. So even for a second, nobody remains inactive. In this matter, do we have an option? If you ask, no. Karyade hyavashak karma sarva prakritijair gunai. Motivated, compelled and impelled, persuaded by the three qualities of Prakriti, nature. Karyade hyavashak karma. Everyone is made to become active. Follow the words properly. Everyone is irresistibly kept active. So in the matter of activity, you have no option whatsoever. Maximum you can be idle. When you are idle, you are not inactive. Physically you may be idle. Mentally you are overoccupied about idleness itself. If Arjuna had left the battlefield, gone to the forest for meditation, he would not have been able to meditate and contemplate. Oh, such a golden opportunity for which I was waiting and I strove for 12 long hours plus one additional. I have left it. It is not right. Now I cannot go back. So he would have been far more miserable there. So even for a moment, the point to be emphasized is Prakriti keeps you active. It is not your option. It is Prakriti's insistence, Prakriti's persuasion, compulsion through its own qualities. So the activity is beyond you. It's a question of what kind of activity you will do, whether there is any option, if so to which extent, what moderation or change or alteration can be brought about. There can be some consideration. Now, by doing spiritual sadhana, we propose to become a great knower. Our knowledge fulfills us completely. So, even in the case of a knowledgeable man, a full spiritual knower, he says, Sakta karmanya vidvamso yatha kurvanti bharata kuryat vidvams tatha saktaha chikirshu loka sangraham. These are all such important verses in Bhagavad Gita. Nobody worries about it. What is the ideal even for a knower? He says, in the same manner in which ordinary people, ignorant people, people with passion and prejudice, who are under the grip of emotions, etc., in what manner they will remain active in this world, householders particularly, sakta karmanya vidvamso, they don't have any spiritual wisdom to guide them. Yatha kurvandi, they will perform with a lot of delusional clinging. Mark the next verse. Exactly in the same manner, the man of knowledge also should be acting easy. Externally, when you look at the knower and the non-knower, both of them should be equally involved in activity with sufficient interest. But in the case of the ignorant, deluded man, he will be totally deluded and overpowered by action and the result. In the case of the knower, he will be, what shall I say, freely and naturally and harmoniously be at work. And his objective, if at all, will be loka sangraham. Chigirshur loka sangraham. Loka sangraha is a very great word. Keeping the welfare of the entire world, he will be acting. All of you are householders. Have you ever thought of an attitude like this? I run my family, I look after my children, because the families constitute the society. And the societal segment constitutes the nation. And nations constitute the globe. So my work in my household is actually, in the larger context, a contribution to the whole society and world. Are you following me? Yes. Does any one of you have such a point of view? When you build a house, you only have one view: for me and my family to live. All people must have houses to live. Yours is only one out of the many millions. What is there special about you? As you live, everyone should live. If this idea is fostered even by the governments of the world, do you know, in a matter of 5 or 10 years, everybody will have a house to live. That intention is not there. That view and vision are lacking. So, chigirshuhu loka sangraham. Keeping the overall welfare of the world, they remain active. Their activity is not for their sake. They don't have a family also perhaps around. So the idea is this: externally both of them will be alike active. There are some verses in Bhagavad Gita which I said do not mention about God or even the self. But they give you the whole sadhana, the means to attain whatever freedom or liberation you want to have. Vita raga gभयक krodha manmaya mamupashrita bhagavo jnana tapasa puta madbhava magata. Vita raga gभयक krodha
वीतराग भय क्रोधा
मन्मया मामुपाश्रिता
मन्मया मामुपाश्रिताः
बहवो ज्ञानतपसा पूता
मद्भावमागताः.
You don't have to look in any direction. You don't have to see or read anything. There are three urges, emotional urges: raga, dvesha and bhaya. Raga means love or passion. Dvesha means hatred, resentment. Bhaya means fear. These are the three offshoots, regular offshoots of the human mind. Don't blame anybody else for them. It is inbuilt in the human mind. Right at the time of birth, these things grip us. There is no choice. There is no freedom. Now, these three, raga, dvesha and bhaya, you have to sublimate them. Sublimate them. This sublimation process is what is taking place between the intelligence and the mind. You understand that these are inherent in everyone and they are not to be promoted or multiplied. Every time your viewpoint will be, I must sublimate my desire, sublimate my hatred, and sublimate my fear. So every time each or more they surge forth, you should look at them, think of them with a view to sublimate them. So their presence means the call for sublimation. Their presence, sublimation. Their presence, sublimation. If you start planting in your system the need and compulsion for sublimation, every time the raga, dvesha and bhaya surge forth, sublimation will take place. Are you following what I am saying? Yes. You are now encouraging them, multiplying them, deepening them, increasing the number. On the other hand, your objective should be to reduce them, to make them weaker and weaker, thinner and thinner, leaner and leaner, feebler and feebler. This one point of view if you have, every time raga, dvesha or bhaya crops up, the response from you will be sublimation. Tell me how long will it take then? You are all intelligent. Answer me. Maximum a year or two. So he says, Vidaraga bhaya krodha manmaya mamupashritaha. Krishna is talking at his teacher. The loyalty and allegiance of the disciple to the teacher cannot be amply described. Our Guru Bhakti transcends Ishvara Bhakti. Our devotion to God is to the invisible God. How can you love a God whom you have not seen? So there is a problem, a crisis. The teacher is not like that. He is present before you. So the devotion to the teacher transcends the devotion to the impersonal God. So he says, dependence on me, reliance on me, thinking about me, all these should be towards sublimation of raga, dvesha and bhaya. See? Every time these arise, they will compel you to sublimate. Their presence itself will make your sublimation faster, easier, deeper and more wholesome. Bhagavad Jnana Tapasa Pudaha. Many people, by the knowledge austerity, can you get hold of this word? Jnana Tapas. It is an austerity where the intelligence is constantly at work to bring about sublimation, enrichment, elevation, moderation and empowerment in the mind level. It is called Jnana Tapas. No flower is used, no offering is made, no hymns are offered. It is always an application of the intelligence on the mind. Jnana Tapasa, Pudaha, purified, Mad Bhavamagataha. They have attained to my nature. They have become like Krishna. And Krishna uses the present tense. What? Many people have become like this. Now he says, can you not become one of them? Whose permission do you want? Bhagavo jnana tapasa puda madbhava magataha. So don't doubt whether you can be or not. You and many others can be. The question is whether you want. Secondly, whether you understand the process properly. Are you prepared to apply your intelligence, rational intelligence, knowledge intelligence, and are you prepared to apply it on your own mind? Will you bring about a beautiful blending and fusion between the two? This is the question. Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitramiha vidyate. In this whole world, there is nothing so purifying as knowledge. Jnana is called an agni, a fire. It burns all refuses. In the same manner, this knowledge can burn everything in the mind. Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitramiha vidyate. Tat swayam yoga samsiddha kalena atmani vindadi. Once you opt for this jnana tapas, jnana, in course of time, automatically you will attain perfection. Don't be in a hurry. Get into the boat of knowledge and the boatman will look after it. Even if you run inside the boat, you will not reach faster. Tat swayam yoga samsiddha kalena atmani vindadi. We are three sannyasins. All of you are not. Now, how our words can be applicable to you is a doubt many people have. But don't seek refuge under this difference. All of you are escaping. Swamiji, we are not like you. We have our families. Therefore what? This is a sadhana to be done by the mind. Primarily with the application of the intelligence. Do you have the mind and the intelligence? Yes. Then why are you worried about it? Moreover, Krishna was not a sannyasin, nor was Arjuna one. Janaka Maharaja was not a sannyasin. Are sannyasins more in number or non-sannyasins? I told you the other day, 99.99 recurring person in the world any time are householders. So he says, Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitramiha vidyate. What you need and seek is the operational part of spiritual wisdom, the functional part of it. To gain wisdom means to apply the intelligence, to apply the knowledge. And by the application of the knowledge, even the most impure mind will become pure. Reformation and refinement are the indispensable, irresistible results, outcome of application of jnana. And that you will attain in due course of time. Jneyassa nitya sannyasi yo nadveshti nakankshati nirdvandvo hi mahabaho sukham bandhat pramuchyade. Jneyassa nitya sannyasi yo nadveshti nakankshati nirdvandvo hi mahabaho sukham bandhat pramuchyade. The other day somebody told me that person was heading towards taking up sannyasa. Meanwhile, a domestic problem arose and the person is involved in the problem. So after I got into this problem, Swamiji, I have surrendered. I have abandoned my thought. I say, why? The spirit, the fervor, and the fruition of sannyasa can be anywhere. Sannyasa is not of the body. It is not of the dress. This dress is put only on the body. It is not worn on the mind. So the dress does not penetrate into the mind. This only says that we are living an ascetic life. So people who come to us will regard us as ascetics and also speak to us as that. When Swamiji, before taking up sannyasa, was accompanying me, for some time he is accompanied, very soon he discovered the attitude of people. When I am there, they will talk and behave in a certain manner. When I go away from the car and Swamiji alone is there, their attitude changes. They will even start smoking. So he discovered that if I have to accompany Swamiji, this will not work. So this just gives you an understanding and a warning that here is a person who is ascetic, who is divine. So we should go to him for ascetic or divine purposes, and we should behave also in a certain manner. So it is an announcement primarily for others and for oneself. Once you receive the dress, it gives you a constant tying up. We have nothing else to depend upon the world. So God is the only refuge. Because we give away our income, everything. The household relationships also are forsaken. Then where do you stand? You are worse than an animal. So that forced separation takes place. In one sense, it is a great austerity. So here he says, Jnaya sa nitya sannyasi. It is Krishna who speaks to Arjuna, mind you. And all these principles were to be practiced by Arjuna during the course of the 18-day war. 18-day war. You are not fighters, but you fight the battle of life, everyone. That person is to be known as an incessant sannyasi, an incessant ascetic. Yo nadveshti nakangshadi. Who does not hate and who does not crave for. Tell me now, what are the elements of sannyasa? Is it shaving the head and wearing the ochre robe? Or is it ridding the mind of hatred and greed? Can you not do it? Would you like to be greedy? And would you like to be hateful?
No.
To be greedy and to be hateful, are they pleasant?
No.
Will they make you happy or unhappy?
Unhappy.
Disturbed or peaceful?
Disturbed.
Naturally, you are all seekers of sannyasa. All of you are seekers of sannyasa. Jnayasa nitya sannyasi. Yo nadveshti nakangshadi. He who is able to say goodbye to hatred as well as greed, possessiveness. Understand that he is the most sublime, elevated sannyasi. Nirdvandvo hi mahabaho sukham bandhat pramuchyade. I wish you understand these verses. Sukham bandhat pramuchyade. Sukham bandhat pramuchyade. Comfortably, easily, delightfully. Bandhat pramuchyade. He becomes relieved, he becomes delivered from all kinds of bondage. Who nirdvandvo hi mahavaho. He who is floating on dvandva, pairs of opposites, not falling a prey to them. Out of sukha-dukkhas, which are the only resultants of all your activities and interactions in this world, if you prefer sukha and if you abhor dukkha, you are trapped. Trapped. On the other hand, knowing that both are equally troublesome, I want neither. I don't want both of you. My vision, my aim, my objective is to rise above, transcend. So I am a votary of transcendence, 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 transcendence. Will you start chanting this word at least 1,000,000 times? Transcendence, transcendence, transcendence. Day in and day out, from morning till you go to sleep, you are coursing through Dvandva, pairs of opposites. Nirdvando hi mahabaho. O mighty armed Arjuna, the might and magnificence of the mind lies in becoming Dvandva. Nirdvandva. Nirdvando hi mahabaho. Sukham bandhat pramuchyade. How to go about it? This is a verse from the 5th chapter, 20th verse. Na praharshet priyam prapya. No dvijet prapya cha priyam.
No dvijet prapya cha priyam.
Sthira buddhira sammudho.
Sthira buddhira sammudho.
Brahmavid brahmani sthidah.
Brahmavid brahmani sthitah.
One beautiful formula. Na praharshet priyam prapya. Please borrow ears and listen to me. Whenever you meet the pleasant, do not unduly rejoice over it. No dvijet prapya cha priyam. When you meet something unpleasant or undesirable, do not feel depressed. The excess reaction and response to both should be moderated. Allow them to come and go. You remain firmly. So you will be having pleasant and unpleasant responses and reactions throughout the day. Even from your married partner, every day you will have it. Na praharshet priyam prapya. No dvijet prapya cha priyam. In the domestic front, professional front, societal front, throughout your interactional 16 or 17 hours of the day, you will be coursing through pleasant and unpleasant. At that time, never undergo a delight or a depression. Refuse to get agitated. Refuse to get attracted. Refuse to get repelled. Can you not take this position? Huh?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
An unwilling answer. Huh? Sthira buddhi. In this, your intelligence should remain firm. Asammudha. Be not deluded. Brahmavid brahmani sthidah. Such a person is known as a man of Brahma Jnana. He knows the supreme reality. Brahmani sthidah. And he is seated in Brahman. To be seated in Brahman means to rise above praharsha and udvega. That undue delight and undue resentment, both. Shaknodi haiva yasodhum prak sharira vimokshanad kama krodhodbhavam vegam sa yuktaha sa sukhi naraha. Shaknodi haiva yasodhum prak sharira vimokshanad. Mark these verses. He who is able to overcome, sublimate, raga and kama and krodha, passion and prejudice, all of you get married to be more passionate or to sublimate your passion. Tell me, you give me an answer. It is to become free. The question is when. Every time during the indulgence or with the indulgence, you are supposed to outlive it. The entire life is living to outlive, living to outlive, living to outlive. After a few years of married life, you should totally outlive married life. That is what India had envisaged. Become a vanaprastha. By 25, 30 years, maybe the children will take about 25 or maximum 30 years. So 25, 30 years of marriage means you have transcended them, outlived them. Shaknodi haiva yasodhum prak sharira vimokshanad before shedding the body, he who is able to forbear, outlive, sublimate, transcend, and rise above kama and krodha, greed and hatred, sayuktaha, he is an absolutely integrated yogi, sasukhi naraha, he is the most happy person in the world. Tell me, where is the focus now? Huh? Where is the focus? In the forest and hermitage? In the caves of the mountains? Who will do this sadhana for you? And can it not be done? Yes. Suppose it is not done, will you be happy even at 80? No. Huh? No. Everybody should do it before the fall of the body. I told you that spirituality is a mento-intellectual pursuit. See, how much of puja you do, worship you do, prayers you utter, these are all insignificant. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye janaha paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. It's a very, very popular verse recited by very many different kinds of people in India. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye janah paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. Here is a wholesome insurance with no monetary premium to be paid. Yogakshemam vahamyaham. The teacher tells the disciple, I will look after your yoga and kshema. What are these words? Kshema refers to the welfare and upkeep of whatever you have. And yoga refers to whatever you should yet have. So I surely look after and fulfill both what you need and what you already have. Provided. Ananyas chintayanto mam. Exclusively, you think about me. Think about me. Think about me. I don't want any material from you. I have no hunger to be appeased by your food. I don't crave for your praise. I am omnipresent. I have no stomach, no ear, no eye. All that you are giving, it is because of your ignorance about me. Ananyas chintayanto mam. All that is required is mental application. Think about me. Yajanav paryupasade. With this exclusive occupation in your mind about me, see all around as godly and divine. People are going to a temple and they will wait for going to the sanctum sanctorum, its front. And only in the face and eyes they see God. In all other places they miss. So do they miss God or get God? Why are you keeping quiet? The whole temple, it's God's temple, that they are miss. Because they are looking for the sanctum sanctorum. So seeing God in a particular idol or picture, or seeing God everywhere, which is better? Which is easier? And which is more fruitful? So begin the exercise right today. Krishna told Uddhava, go to Badarika Ashrama, see me everywhere, bathe in the holy cool waters of Ganges, and remain there seeing me everywhere. Never worry about death. Just like you have not worried about your birth, yet it has taken place. The other also will take place. Tesham nityabhiyuktanam. Those people who are united with me through exclusive and incessant mind application in the form of thought and memory, I look after the Yogakshema. Would you like to have this insurance? Yes. Please take it. No premium is to be paid. Abhichet suduracharo bhajade mam ananyabhak sadhureva samantavyaha samyak vyavasito hisa. People are asking me sometimes, rarely, Swamiji, am I fit for taking Diksha? What do you mean by that? We are a product of God and we are living in the world. If you are not fit, whose fault is this? Tell me. No answer. God's fault. Because He has made the world, He has made us. So if I am imperfect, it is His imperfection. Put Him at His feet and tell Him, if I am imperfect, make me perfect. If I am unfit, make me fit. That's all what you have to say. Will you say this? Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. Even if one person is the worst person, most immoral and unethical, bhajade mam ananyamahak. If he starts worshipping me exclusively, without any interruption, sadhureva samantavyaha, he has to be regarded as the most noble person, most divine, devotional person, samyak vyavasito hisaha, because he has resolved in the most appropriate manner. So my dear souls, where is the trouble? Swamiji, am I fit? Very sinful statement. Swamiji, I want Diksha. If I am unfit, make me fit. And then give me. It is my birthright to seek it. Birthright to seek it. This is the way one should think. You should know what is elevational thinking and what is enervational thinking. न तदस्ति पृथिव्यां वा दिवि देवेषु वा पुनः सत्वं प्रकृतिजैर्मुक्तं यदेभिः स्यात् त्रिभिर्गुणैः. It's a wonderful statement. Neither in this world here nor in the celestial regions above you can find a being which is devoid of the Prakriti's gunas. Nowhere is any sattva, any being, which is not completely held firmly by the gunas of Prakriti. You are a being held by Prakriti, motivated, impelled and compelled and persuaded by Prakriti. For whatever you do, ultimately you are not responsible. The only responsible agency is God or Prakriti. Feel safe and ask for whatever you want. Can you have this overall perception, this comprehensive outlook? Refuse to think that I am separate. Refuse to think that I am different. The life in you is spiritual. That is why the body is agile and active. So as long as you are active, you tell me, you are made active by your mother or father, or by the air or the earth. They are all inert. You are kept active by Prakriti's sattva rajas tamo gunas. Sahajam karma kaunteya sadosham api natyajet sarvarambha hi doshena dhumena agnidivavrataha. Whatever is your nature, your tendency, and the type of activity that has come to you and you have taken up and you are pursuing, simply go ahead. Even if it has some evil, don't abandon it. That activity is also designed and implanted by nature. So the perception of nature should overcome all other differential thinking. Am I clear? Yes. Huh? Yes. So can you implant this overall, wholesome, spiritual, divine, godly feeling? Every activity is associated with evil, just like fire is enveloped by smoke. So now we are sometimes giving gifts, etc. Some pictures were shown. You will find when we do it, there will be some undeserving people, corrupt people in one place. People came in such assaulting manner that we simply started the car and went away. I was feeling very sorry, but what can be done? Even the most noble act, if you want to do, sometimes it will be corrupted. You should not mind. Whatever comes, the goodness in you should not be subdued. Do it to the extent possible. Am I clear? Yes. Huh? Yes. Now here is a formula for you, then I will stop. Sarva karmanyapi sada kurvano madvyapashrayah mat prasadad avapnodi shashvatam padamavyayam. Sarva karmanyapi sada kurvano madvyapashrayah
Kurvano madvyapashrayah
mat prasadad avapnodi shashvatam padamavyayam. None of you wants, can desire anything more. You know what Krishna says? This is in the 18th chapter, 56th verse. So he is presenting some summary propositions. This is one of them. He says, Sarva karmanyapi sada kurvano. Do all the work that you are doing always. We are already doing it. So you don't have to. Do you have to do anything additional? You are already doing all kinds of work in the 16 or 17 hours of your wakefulness. So do it. Do it. But how? Madvyapashraya. Say? Madvyapashraya. Putting your reliance on your teacher. Putting your reliance on your teacher. Krishna speaks as a teacher. People interpret it as God. It's not actually God. Putting your reliance on the teacher, because he alone speaks to you. You can hear him alone, and he is available for a further reference. Kurvano madvyapashrayah. So all karmas you are already doing, and do them placing all your reliance on the teacher and what he has said. Then mat prasadad avapnodi shashvatam padamavyayam. You will attain the permanent abode by virtue of my blessedness, my happiness. Oh, he is doing like that, I am happy. Tell me, what more do you want? Huh? In the place of teacher, you can put God also, doesn't matter. Sarva karmanyapi sada kurvano. So never think about right and wrong. I don't know whether I am speaking to a good audience. Immediately you should not ask me, Swamiji, good and bad considerations are to be abandoned? No. But at this stage it is to be abandoned. The moment you plant God in you and you cover all your actions with the supreme reliance, no other consideration can prevail there. Sarva karmanyapi sada kurvano madvyapashraya. Then you will attain the supreme abode. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hriddeshe arjuna tishtadi brahmayan sarva bhutani yantrarudhani mayaya. God is seated in the heart of everyone. He is a driver who drives the whole vehicle. Tameva sharanam gacha. Seek refuge under Him. What? What? Under whom? Under God. Where? Sarvabhutanam hriddeshe. In the heart of every creature, all creatures. Tameva sharanam gacha. Seek refuge under Him. Find out how to seek refuge under God who is seated in your heart. Towards the last he says, you know what he says? Sarva guhyatamam bhuyaha shrunume paramam vachaha ishtosi me trithamiti tato vakshyami te hidam. Initially, Krishna says, swear on my behalf that my devotee never perishes. He asks Arjuna to swear on his behalf that his devotee will never perish. Nahi kalyana karkashit durgadim tadagachadi. A man who does or intends to do something good, he will never perish or have an adverse plight. These are assurances which Krishna gives, Vedavyasa gives, Bhagavad Gita gives. And what is that most secret of all the things that I have spoken to you? You know what he says? Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi satyam de pratijane priyosime. This pratijna, this swearing, he does himself. The earlier one, he asks Arjuna to say, swear on my behalf that my devotee will not encounter, anybody who wants to do good will not encounter an adverse plight. Here he says, Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. Recite that verse. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru.
Madhyaji mam namaskuru.
Mame vaishyasi satyam te.
Mame vaishyasi satyam te.
Pratijane priyosime.
Pratijane priyosime.
You are very dear to me, my dear Arjuna. So I swear, I give the pratijna. You will attain me, become like Krishna. What do you have to do? Mana. Think about me. Bhava mad bhaktaha. Don't practice devotion. Declare that I am a devotee. If you are a devotee, whatever you do will become devotional. Not clear? Huh? Because you are a human, you behave like a human. So if you are a devotee, you will start behaving like a devotee. Manmana bhava madbhakto. Madhyaji mam namaskuru. Whatever you do, it should not be for your sake. It should be for my sake. Breathing, to preserve the body. Who made it? God has made it. So your breathing is for whom? To preserve the body of God. So the act of breathing is for the sake of God. Mam namaskuru. Be humble before me. I don't want a prostration before you. Krishna says, I don't want anybody to prostrate before me. It's enough if you are humble, you have humility, and you feel that you are loving me and you are mine. That is sufficient. Mame vaishyasi satyam te pratijane priyosime. By this process, you will attain me, and I swear it on my behalf. Is it difficult or simple? Huh? He doesn't ask you not to do anything or to do anything special. He says, whatever you do, think of me. Let it be an offering to me. Everything should be an offering. You are eating, you are drinking, you are sleeping, you are dreaming. you are speaking lies. Everything should be an offering to him. No reservation. Bad thought, evil thought, all things. Pratijane priyosime. I think this is sufficient. I have covered the whole of Bhagavad Gita. Huh? Where do we end? Be a devotee or be a seeker. Transform the whole of your life and activities and interactions as a full-fold sadhana. By installing God in your heart and doing everything on His behalf, for Him, by Him, in Him. You be what you are, but I am what I am because of my God. So that godliness should take over your humanness. Godliness. Can it happen? Yes. Huh? Yes. We are human, agreed. But who made us human? So are we godly human or brutally human? Godly human. All of you can lift your hands and sing, dance. Philosophy is not hard, Baba. When you understand it, it is very simple. To understand that it is simple may be perhaps hard and rare. But it is very simple. What do you want me to say now? Huh? Have you got enough material, enough enrichment, enough enlightenment, enough insight, enough vision and view? Huh? To live a comfortable, delightful, contented life, looking always for inner abundance, fullness, ecstatically so. These Shastras are very great. They are words of teachers. Every Shastra is the words of teacher. I took up Ashtavakra Samhita, now I have taken up Bhagavad Gita. Swamiji and Ma, they have also spoken on the same text. I think it has been a great enrichment and enlightenment, empowerment for all of you. But you should be elevated. And this elevatedness you should preserve and only enhance and intensify. And every day is available. If you live well, every day will be a day of enrichment, additional enrichment. It will equally be our own enriching contribution to the world. It should enrich you, and your presence and activity should enrich the world. Live in such a beautiful manner. It cannot be reflected in a mirror. Your own mind will reflect the beauty. Why do you say dead body has Atma? God and self are alike, the same. And both are omnipresent. Omnipresent means even in this, in the earth, water, air, fire, and space. All of them are inert. If self is present in all, it is equally present in the body, which is Pancha Bhaudik. So I think it requires a little thinking on your part. Will Yashoda stand up? Okay, good. Think. If it is in the inert earth and water, will it not be in the dead body also? It is matter after all. It is present in matter. Why do we burn the dead body? Because when the body becomes breathless, it begins to disintegrate and started calling, and it starts decomposing. So we have to burn it. There is nothing wrong in it. If the soul is different from the body, when the body stops breathing, will anything happen to the soul? because it is different from. Focus on that. Is there rebirth for the dead person? In reality, no. Birth itself is not for the soul. Body as a biological aggregate has been born. And that body becomes breathless. In the whole process, soul is not involved at all. Now, this is a perception that you have to develop, reflecting upon it repeatedly by the intelligence. So do that reflection. Then why are we saying when a person apparently has dropped his body, he continues to live, and we start performing death anniversary, etc.? There are two propositions. When the body is dead, everything is lost. Other proposition is body alone is lost. What was present in it is not lost. In order to take man to that position, we say the body alone is gone, the person has not gone. So people ask, what happens to him? So a story has been concocted. It is a delusional truth. Truth is diluted, and he is told it is this, that and all. He will continue to believe it until he becomes enlightened, until the viveka in him dawns up and starts guiding him. Think about it further. Now, I shall conclude the session. For several years, maybe decades, I used to recite 2 verses while concluding my session. Then I stopped that and started reciting some other verse. Today somehow I feel like chanting these 2 verses which you will hear from me. These 2 verses I happened to compose immediately after taking up sannyasa. I felt my sadhana had ended, concluded. These verses came to my mind when I was in an indigenous latrine in our ashram. Today, I will conclude the session with these 2 verses. One, many of you know, all of you know. The other says, it is describing the Supreme Reality as very peaceful, not having aging, the only truth, the abode of consciousness, incomparable, devoid of imagination, internally and externally interacted with variously as thoughts, emotions, feelings, memory, reason, etc., outside in the form of various objects with different colors and properties. That truth, tad deivameva, for me all are the truth. I myself am that. This is the way it concludes. Then I felt this is too much of a non-dual truth. Then I composed the other verse. Not I composed, it came to my mind. That is what all of you chant or hear. Prabuddham vimuktam vikaradihinam. So today I will conclude the session with these 2 verses. I was wondering whether I had forgotten them. Shandasvabhavamajaratmakameka satyam samvidpadam nirupamam kalanavihinam antarbhischa bahuda vyavaharyamanam taddevameva mama sarvam aham tadeva taddevameva mama sarvam aham tadeva prabuddham vimuktam vikaradihinam prasannam sada nityabodhaswarupam param nischalam nirgunam sarvarupam bhajeham sadanusmarami pranahumi bhajeham sadanusmarami pranahumi. Hari 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 Om Tat Sat. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru. We shall have the conclusional Omkara as usual once. Take your pose for it. I mentally embrace all of you. May you have sufficient discrimination, enlightenment, and the resultant outcome of freedom and liberation. Hari Om Tat Sat. Jaya Guru. Jaya Guru.